Matrox Studio is being used by professionals in broadcast, news, post, advertising, corporate, and government video facilities around the world. Facility owners, producers, editors, graphic artists, animators, and engineers depend on the versatility, reliability, creative options, and top quality results their Matrox Studios deliver. Matrox Studio is a complete solution. It is by far the most advanced desktop video editing system on the market, with up to 5 layers of real-time video graphics mix effects, 7 layers with Aladdin, hundreds of transitions, CG, chroma, and luminance keying, 4 channels of DVE, audio mixing, and digital audio processing. Studio's linear online features can't be beat. The non-linear editing option and the seamless integration of third-party hardware like the Pinnacle Aladdin 3D Effects Unit and third-party software like Autodesk 3D Studio and Adobe Photoshop further enhance the Matrox Studio editing environment. Matrox Studio offers video editing versatility unmatched by any other product in the world. Random access nonlinear editing and online production in the same system. The next 8 minutes of this tape demonstrate the unrivaled production power of the Matrox Studio hybrid editing system. Then, stay tuned for quick takes from productions created on Matrox Studio by our users and listen to what they have to say about the system. Try to imagine a desktop video editing system with all the power of a conventional linear online suite and the speed and convenience of non-linear editing. Imagine Matrox Studio. Studio is the system that transforms images like this into something like this. Or how about this? And this, well, you see what I mean. Sure, how about multiple video layers? 2 independent keyers. Multiple channel DVE. And 3D DVE options. Hundreds of effects. Did I mention digital audio? Non-linear is the future of video editing, and Matrox Studio now gives you non-linear editing. Log, trim, rearrange, re-edit. Once video is captured, there's no waiting for tapes to queue, no waiting to make changes to a program. But to begin with, most non-linear editing systems use some type of video compression, and on most systems that means loss of video quality. Period. With Studio, once you've finished your non-linear edit, you can print to tape directly from disk or auto-assemble from your source tapes for full, uncompromised broadcast quality video. Now here's something else. That's right, rendering time. You don't hear a lot about it, although you probably should. Why? Because it doesn't make sense to waste the time you just saved editing non-linear on effects rendering. Most non-linear only editing systems require time to generate effects or multi-layer composite images. A composited image like this, or this, or this could take hours of rendering and re-rendering before you get it right. That pretty much ends our little talk about rendering, because all compositing and effects in Matrox Studio are online in real time. Why not get the best of both worlds? Know just where you're going? Fast tape-to-tape assembling with online power gets you there. Want to experiment? Non-linear is the ticket. Pick whichever is best for the job. Only the Matrox Studio hybrid editing system offers both. How's that sound so far? Okay, the clip editors let you identify and catalog all of your video and audio segments, graphics, and titles. Clock-amp controls let you individually adjust each clip. Powerful database features let you sort your clips by name, reel, keyword, timecode, or any way that works for you. The clip editor also allows Studio to be used as a broadcast-quality digital still store. The Storyboard is the main workspace. Using simple point and click operations, you arrange your program by dragging the clip icons from your clip collections into position on timelines in the Storyboard. Cut, copy, paste functions let you duplicate entire segments of storyboards. You can easily build libraries of effects effects and sequences for later use. Keyboard shortcuts on the color-coded keyboard simplified common editing operations. DMC control allows you to program slow motion effects on compatible VTRs. An optional jog shuttle control is available if you prefer a more traditional interface. Quick Assemble editing is a snap with an easy-to-use cut editor. The Video Mix Effects editor lets you determine the number and priority of video, graphics key, and mask layers. These settings can remain constant during a segment, or a transition can occur between an initial and final state. The new Matrox Studio offers DVE quality far beyond that of any other desktop system, incorporating the second-generation Fiesta 2 ASIC. Matrox Studio now features DVE scaling and movement that are artifact-free. Matrox Studio lets you perform 3 dynamic DVE effects simultaneously on video or graphics. The Super Effects option adds a 4th DVE with alpha channel for soft keying flying graphics over video. Each video layer can have its own 2D effect, size, position, color, border, and drop shadow, as well as mosaic, posterization, strobe, tint, and invert. All of these effects are dynamic and can be changed over time. You can also create custom transitions with dynamic DVE on all layers simultaneously. You can add 3D DVE effects with the Miranda Technologies Titania board or the Pinnacle Aladdin Media printer. Matrox Studio 2000 series comes with Inscriber CG for Windows, a subset of Image North Technologies' popular Inscriber VMP package. You can import Windows TrueType fonts, giving you a virtually unlimited font selection. The Font Manager converts the fonts into high-quality, scalable, vector-based video fonts, which you can enhance with drop, offset, or extrude shadows, and outline, glow, or emboss edging. You can choose from 16.7 million colors for text edges, shadows, and backgrounds, or define your own color gradients. Video illegal colors are automatically identified. The audio subsystem of Matrox Studio is based on a 10-track audio mixer. 10 balanced inputs and 2 balanced outputs are provided along with separate level, bass, and treble controls for each input. Pan pots are included for independent left-right positioning of each input. The Matrox Studio audio subsystem replaces the traditional audio mixer console and digital audio workstation found in most video studios. Turtle Beach Wave for Windows is bundled with models of Matrox Studio equipped with digital audio. Wave for Windows lets you do offline digital audio editing, including multi-band equalization, echo, reverb, time scaling, and multi-track wave editing. Release 3.0 gives you 16 digital video quality levels to choose from storage-efficient preview quality to the best 2-field motion JPEG image quality in the industry. It also features full 80-roll non-linear editing, a separate graphics layer with alpha channel, hardware-accelerated white, tile, and dissolve transitions, and 4 tracks of digital audio with crossfade mix and volume control. With Release 3.0, you have the option of finishing programs from disk. Hardware acceleration lets you preview transitions in real time using the first frame of the segment and greatly reduces rendering time of the full effect. All transitions and titles render in 6 times real time, which means a 1-second dissolve takes only 6 seconds, not minutes as in some other nonlinear systems. If complex layering that includes DVEs, title rolls, and crawls or keys are required, it can be easily done in real time in the linear mode. The linear and non-linear applications in the hybrid Matrox Studio are closely linked so that all editing actions taken in the non-linear mode, including program settings for video and audio clips, are automatically transferred to the linear mode, along with the program Storyboard EDL. With Matrox Studio, you have complete flexibility to easily manage all your projects. So, get the picture? And now, our users' stories.
Having a Matrox studio under our control enables us to achieve the highest level of creativity at the lowest possible cost.
We use Studio for our topicals, news topicals, on-air topicals as an episodic promotion for a syndicated program, network program. We also use it for generic spots, specialty spots that we create. We've used the Matrox Studio for our sports promotions when we have the NFL on Fox. We've used the Matrox Studio in just about every facet of on-air that affects the promotion department here at Fox 43.
When we looked around and found the Matrox, then it became very feasible for us to have the post suite in our truck and to be able to give our clients the high quality they were looking for at a very economical price.
At the Desktop Video Group, I have available all of the nonlinear and hybrid or linear plus nonlinear systems on the market. I chose the Matrox Studio as the one to use to create our diagnostic test tape.
We have a very high-end or high-quality post-production platform. I mean, I think that the integration of the character generator, the 3 channels of DVE, the keying, which is this is one of our bread and butter, is the keying ability of the machine, chroma or luminance. I think that the combination of those post-production tools, along with the fact that we can also offer nonlinear editing for our documentary clients, is a perfect match. It's a perfect fit.
We bought Matrox Studio because it allowed us the ability to handle all post-production in-house. It's a very unique product, and there's really nothing else like it in the marketplace.
So I found it really fast and efficient, and Matrox Studio, I don't believe there's any other system that can do what Matrox Studio does so efficiently and so quickly and so cleanly.
At Potomac Television, our clients walk in knowing that they have 3 channels of DVE, and with those 3 channels, we can manipulate and do multiple layering. We can create things that most places cannot do yet. They may have to go down another generation or 2 generations on tape trying to get that 3-channel DVE look. We have 3 channels. We can pop that in, pop it out, make things fly, make things blow up. It's incredible.
The Matrox Studio, in one convenient package, offers almost everything you'd expect to find in an online editing suite. It provides you with audio mixing, digital audio effects, video switching, digital video effects, graphics, and character generation, all in one package, and it's integrated, which makes it very easy to use.
The luminance keying we're using essentially to composite animations. We do a lot of that, producing mats, you know, various degrees of alpha and all that, and compositing them together. And so that's one of our mainstay in business as well. On the chroma key level, our chroma keying has been very successful in the sense that we've had large corporate clients and large broadcast clients come to us essentially for that specific service. They wanted our key because our key in an online situation was much better than any other encoded key that they could get from an online suite.
The Matrox Studio, the one great aspect it has for us is the layering. The ability to be able to make something look like it's... I look at CNN, and I see what CNN does on a lot of their promos, and I think they always are on the edge of what television should look like. And this machine, there's no 2 ways about it. The system allows you to do that.
The Aladdin with super effects option for my Matrox Studio, I eagerly await, because the quality and level and the abilities that this has is going to smoke anything else on the market. It's superior product.
We do pullback credits is what we call them. You've seen them. It's the newest trend in network television where they run a promo next to the credits. By having Matrox Studio, we've been able to do that on our own on-air.
After researching and looking through the different systems that were out there in the market, we found that the Matrox Studio not only had the quality, in some aspects even surpassed the quality, it was also cost effective, and it was much easier to use in editing.
At least with Matrox, when you're done with the nonlinear, you just click over to personal producer and you're right into the online session. You don't have to go down the hallway or to another facility. You're there. And you have all the other ingredients. You have your CG, you have your paint box, and you have your DVEs.
Matrox Studio, being a hybrid system, has a number of advantages. The first and foremost is that the image quality is uncompromised, having no artifacts caused by nonlinear.
The offline nonlinear system, you can network to the online room, and then you have the same storyboard. You can apply your transitions, your fades, your audio effects without missing a beat, literally.
The fact that all these three workspaces are combined together on the same screen is an advantage to me. Most of the other systems that I've seen, you're dealing with at least two screens, if not a third one when you've got your output and so on. So, I mean, I like that a lot.
One of the really good things that I like about Matrox is the storyboarding feature. You can go back, you can make version 1, 2, 3 forever if you'd like to, and then go back to an original version. Those features really do work, and they're really complete. You're not just saving a basic edit list number, you really are saving moves and features and functions and supers and titles and everything else. Anything that you have done in your production is saved in that storyboard.
We thought that changing that shot was going to be impossible. And just by reprinting two short sections of storyboard, within about 15 minutes, the fix was made. Now, I know, because of my post-production experience in a conventional way, that that fix was going to be at least a half day, if not more, to change that one shot.
With Matrox Studio allows for us to make changes on an effortless basis, really. And it helps us very easily get back into a situation where we don't have to worry about reprogramming DVE moves, changing the aspects or quality of each shot as far as color goes. It's all preset, locked in the storyboard. We go back and make changes almost instantaneously.
Audio-wise, we can do all sorts of fancy things in the audio ME, and if we don't like it, we can go back, whereas before it was all hit and miss. You know, you would either get that high point, you'd keep it down, or you'd miss it and you'd have to go back and do a whole thing. And now, you know, if you miss a segment, you can go back and do just a 10-frame edit if you need to. But there you have it, it's on computer, you can make that slight of an adjustment.
I never have to worry about match frames or anything. This thing knows where to do its edits. It's really, really cool and smooth. It's clean.
Transmedia Group would never have bid on this particular project to do this weekly series for racing had we not had the Matrox. I just couldn't imagine doing this program week to week without the Matrox. The ability that it gives us to go in and change things rapidly is just amazing.
Sure, history never forgets the name Enterprise.
We're able to do things in-house now that we weren't before, like paintbox graphics. That's one thing that we now can be profitable from that we used to have to subcontract out.
It gives us the ability to produce graphics that are essentially PC-based, but that probably 90% of the audience couldn't tell you if it was SGI or if it was Paintbox or Harry or Alias or anybody else.
Here at Potomac Television, we have employees in different rooms. Some are doing graphics, some are doing CG, and we have the ability to network with their computers and then have the graphics sent down to the Matrox rather than have the client stop the session, go down the hallway, work with the graphic artist, have the graphic put on a beta tape and brought back to the session. Don't have to do that anymore.
The package of Inscriber that comes with the studio, it is very powerful in the fact that the fonts are very, very clean.
I think that Inscriber is a great package, and a lot of our business, okay, a lot of our titling business has been attributed to that CG as opposed to something else, because it's faster and more flexible in many cases than Chiron, the newest one, Infini.
Go look at all the other online suites in the city. They all use Inscriber. And then, of course, Wave for Windows, having digital audio, it frees up your machines. You have a separate audio track, you've got your narrator on that. It's super cool.
The Wave package that comes bundled with Personal Producer is a very powerful audio tool. It is very powerful in the way that it doesn't tie any equipment up. It runs straight off the hard drive. Therefore, you have all your video lines free to do video effects.
One of the big advantages that Matrox has over Avid is that its final output is an analog output. It's broadcast quality, and that's unassailable. The clients that we work for require that our output be of broadcast quality.
The real benefits of Matrox Studio come in the area of high quality, high image quality, and low cost. The high quality because the studio allows you to manipulate linear decks without adding any nonlinear artifacts.
A majority of the shows we post on our Matrox Studio system are for broadcast, and broadcast quality is a fact of life for us. It must be broadcast quality. We post shows for most of the major Canadian networks, and we're very happy with the results we've achieved with our Matrox system.
Studio is an amazing value. I can't think of another system available on the market today which incorporates all of the features of Matrox at the price that you can get them at.
At Potomac Television, our clients walk in and will pay a third of the price of what they would pay anywhere else in town. And they will walk out with a master tape that they utilize 3 channels of DVE. They used Paintbox, they used digital audio, they used our Inscriber CG, and they walk out with a better quality master than they ever have had through Potomac Television before we had Matrox Studio.
So it's a system that we can grow with, and it also fit my budget to begin with. I never could have gotten together a digital effects unit, the proper audio boards, and the AV roll controller for the budget that I had at the time.
What I really enjoy about the studio is the graphic user interface, the fact that it runs in Windows, and I'm able to manipulate elements on a storyboard timeline view that allows me to work with it visually, which is more creative than doing it mathematically by punching numbers.
We were able to recover our costs on the system under 6 months, and we were putting out product that no one ever thought we'd be able to.
A little while ago, I was of the opinion that every time I touched a computer, it blew up. So I was very nervous about learning the Matrox, but I sat in on a couple of sessions, and I eventually, slowly but surely, started to learn how to use it. And right, it seems very self-explanatory now. I mean, I can now be one of those people that's whizzing through all the movements while other people just sit and watch me and go, "What are you doing?"
Studio allows us to end up with a finished product that's much more has much more creativity in it, and looks a lot better for our client, works a lot better for them. And it's actually ended up costing us less than it would have if we'd gone to a traditional post-production facility.
Being a one-man show, I demand instant attention. I cannot afford to be down for 1 minute because all of a sudden it'll throw everybody else out. So I rely on good service, and I have used the technical lines. I have phoned through to Matrox, and I have received calls and responses.
Truth be told, we could have paid for Matrox with just about any of our major productions we do every year. On average, if you take some of our productions that are $250,000, we would be walking out of Midtown production studios, edit studios, giving them $125 at least. So we're now able to stay downtown and, in essence, put that back into our own organization.
The Matrox Studio is a very effective tool for taking a vision and shaping it and making it into a reality. And that's what it does for me. It allows me to take my visions and make them real.
This tape was edited entirely on Matrox Studio. For a personal demonstration, give us a call.